Okay, so you know how people are always saying, I wish I could speak another language, and then they just don't. Like, it's 2025, we have Duolingo and everything, but actually learning a new language, especially English, it's hard, but also it doesn't have to be this impossible lifelong mission, you know? What if I told you that you become fluent in English in just the 3 months? I know, sounds fake, but actually with the right strategies, total commitment, and a decent internet connection, it's totally doable. And honestly, being able to speak English fluently opens up many doors. Traveling the world, getting your dream job, watching The Office without subtitles. So, if you're ready to stop dreaming about fluency and actually make it happen, buckle up, because I'm about to break it all down for you step by step. Let's do this thing. First of all, can we just acknowledge that learning English is weirdly difficult? The grammar rules make no sense. Why are there so many tenses? And don't even get me started on pronunciation. How am I supposed to know when to say though versus through? They sound exactly the same to me. And then there's the whole confidence thing. So putting yourself out there and speaking a new language can be super intimidating. It's a lot, you know. But honestly, the biggest challenge for most people is just staying motivated. It's easy to get excited about learning English at first, but then life gets in the way and you start skipping study sessions, and the next thing you know, your textbook is gathering dust on your shelf. But here's the thing, it's totally normal to struggle. Everyone goes through it. The important thing is to acknowledge those challenges and find ways to overcome them. Okay, so you're probably wondering what the magic formula is for becoming fluent in English in 3 months, and if I had a literal potion for that, I'd be rich, but sadly no potion, just some really solid tips that have worked for me and a bunch of other people. First things first, you've got to find a learning method that actually works for you. Some people are all about that app life. Duolingo, Babbel, Rosetta Stone, you know the vibes. Others need a more structured approach, like taking an online course or working with a tutor. The point is, figure out what clicks for you and just go for it. Speaking of going for it, you've got to be practicing all the time. And I don't just mean doing grammar exercises in a workbook, although those are important too. I'm talking about immersing yourself in the language as much as possible. Listen to English music and podcasts, watch movies and TV shows with subtitles at first, obvi, and try to read books and articles in English. And this might sound scary, but you to speak English with actual humans. The more you practice speaking, the more confident and fluent you'll become. Okay, let's be real. Staying motivated is hard. Some days you'll be super pumped to study English, and other days you'd rather just watch Netflix in your pajamas. It's totally normal. But here's the thing, motivation is like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. So, how do you work it? First of all, set realistic goals. Don't try to learn everything at once. Start with small, achievable goals and celebrate your progress along the way. The goal is to find ways to incorporate English into your daily life in a way that feels natural and enjoyable. The most important thing is to just keep going. Even if you only have 15 minutes a day to spare, that's better than nothing. Consistency is key when it comes to language learning. All right, so we just threw a lot of information at you, so let's do a quick recap. Basically, if you want to become fluent in English in 3 months, you got to be strategic, committed, and not afraid to put yourself out there. Remember to find a learning method that works for you, whether it's an app, a tutor, or just immersing yourself in English language media. And whatever you do, don't forget to practice speaking as much as possible. Find a language partner, join a conversation group, or start chatting with people online. You got this. Okay, so now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments about your biggest English learning struggles. What are you most worried about? What methods have you tried? Let's chat. And if you're hungry for more language learning tips and tricks, because who isn't, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. I'm going to be sharing even more secrets to fluency, so you don't want to miss it. Okay, that was a lot. I'm exhausted just from talking about it, but seriously, learning English can be a wild ride, but it's totally possible to become fluent in 3 months if you're focused and motivated. Just remember to be kind to yourself, celebrate your progress, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. And if I can do it, anyone can. Trust me, I'm literally just a person on the internet. But for real, If you follow these tips and put in the work, you'll be speaking English like a pro in no time. Bye.